New tonight, refugees from all over the world have been coming to West Virginia to resettle here for decades, and that is raising concerns for some.
Eyewitness News anchor Jessica Guay investigates how refugees get here and how they are vetted. Jessica.
Rick, when I first started looking into this story, I found that many people didn't even know refugee families are settling right here in the Mountain State. Catholic Charities West Virginia has been the only agency helping families who relocate here, but a second agency may bring many more refugees and with them questions about the vetting process before they come and who is paying to take care of them once they get here.
Their life, at risk. They run for their life for whatever reason.
Refugees come to the United States from all over the world with one goal in mind: to find a new beginning.
We can't stay. We can't stay. No more.
Some are discovering a new life here in West Virginia, like Regad Al-Ghrairi, her husband, and 3 children who are originally from Iraq.
My country is, we had a war. We can't stay up there because it's not safe for me and for my kids.
They were living in dangerous conditions in Baghdad. Regad remembers what it was like before the war.
Before we had a wonderful life. Wonderful life.
They first moved to Jordan and eventually came to West Virginia in 2013 with just the clothes on their backs, but were welcomed with open arms by Catholic Charities West Virginia, a refugee resettlement agency. They provide housing, English language training, help them find a job, also set them up with Social Security, health care, public education, and more. Kim Keene is the resettlement director.
You can see the smile in their face, and then you start working with them from the beginning to the successful time of their life.
The move to the U.S. changed the Al-Ghrairis' lives forever. The adults are now employed and their children are in school.
We just feel happy all the time. My kids feel happy all the time in the school, in neighbor, with everything.
From October 1st, 2015 to September 30th, 2016, 31 refugees moved to West Virginia. They are required to have a tie to the state. That's why the number of refugees coming here is relatively low. But more refugees could come here in the future if another resettlement agency called Episcopal Migration Ministries opens a location in Charleston. The Department of State is reviewing the possibility. Brenda Author and Wanda Carney are activists who have a lot of questions.
Who was involved, how was it operating here in the state of West Virginia, the money involved, the fact that 90% of it is paid for with our tax dollars.
Author believes it's not the right way to spend taxpayer money because West Virginia is already struggling.
How does this make sense that we take on more financial responsibility for people who are going to be dependent on those same services?
Let's help the ones that's already here that are Americans.
They have concerns about national security too.
If they're properly vetted, but how can you properly vet someone that you don't know their heart,
Kim Keene says vetting can take several years and refugees are rigorously screened. The White House website spells it out, saying they conduct interviews, security checks, medical checks, and cultural orientation classes. According to the website, fewer than 1% of the global refugee population qualify to move through the process. And, quote, if there is doubt about whether an applicant poses a security risk, they will not be admitted. For the Al-Ghrairis, the whole thing took years.
8 years. Yes, 8 years. It's a long. Yes, you know why? Because we have a lot of people won't come in here.
Despite the lengthy vetting process, Author and Carney still want to see the law allowing refugees to resettle here repealed. Keene hopes to continue helping even more refugees become successful when they come to the Mountain State.
To see a family that have no hope finally realize their hope.
She believes that is what this family has found.
We don't want to leave this country. We love it. Not thank you, more for everything.
Once again, refugees are only placed in West Virginia if they have a family or personal tie to the state. Keene says only one refugee settled here in the past month. 75 more are projected in the next 11 months. If Episcopal Migration Ministries opens an agency here, their proposal includes a plan for an additional 100 refugees in the first year. Jessica Guay, Eyewitness News.